You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hi there, Bold and the Beautiful fans. Well, Finn's Day of Reckoning comes during sweeps, and Steffy Forrester is going to blow up over the earth-shattering reveal that Luna Nozawa is her stepdaughter. The ultimatum that comes with this reveal on B&B could be a marriage ender for Finn and Steffy. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and let's talk about the latest scoop straight from actor Tanner Novlan on how this plays out. And please click subscribe if you are not following us. So we've seen this week the shocked look on Finn's face as the DNA test showed Luna is his biological daughter. But just in case there was some mistake, some possible error, Finn ran the test again and got a second positive. Now he has no doubt that he got his Aunt Poppy pregnant, and his cousin is really his daughter, and a double murderer, by the way. Recently, Tanner Novlan did an interview, and he talked about Finn's troubled childhood and how it's all tied into this mess. He mentioned that Finn not knowing his birth mother and then the clear issues between his parents affected his character. And we've all heard both parents, Jack and Li, were working to build their careers, and they weren't home a lot. And that left him as a young adult in the hands of his Aunt Poppy, who now seems kind of predatory. I have to say, the timing is all weird with this when you look at his timeline and his parents' timeline, because it sure seems like Li would have already had her medical career underway and Jack had his law career underway before Finn got to the age of 18, because he grew up with successful professional parents, but now they're saying that they were both building their medical and law practices up to the time and beyond that he was 18. That's what, they both claimed. And that's usually stuff from your mid-20s to your mid-30s, depending on if you spent a few years in law school or many more years in medical school. Clearly, this is just all very sloppy rewriting, and that's why the timing doesn't match up, because they're just literally making it up as it goes along and ignoring the fact that the timeline doesn't work. They had to make Finn 18 when Poppy sexed him so that she's not called a predator or worse, that other P word for people that sleep with people they shouldn't be sleeping with that are younger. And then they had to explain why Jack and Li were gone so it could happen. And this is just typical Brad Bell messiness. So Tanner Novlan also said his character has a lot of trauma to unpack. And that's why Finn wants to create this perfect family. And that's what he thinks he has with himself and Steffy and Kelly and Little Hayes. And he also said in the interview, thank God that Li Finnegan raised him rather than his biological mother, Sheila Carter. And Tanner was talking to Us Weekly about who's going to have the worst reaction, Finn's wife, Steffy, or his mom, Li. And the actor joked, it'll be close. Tanner said that Finn feels a responsibility because Luna is his daughter. And he has to wonder how things might have gone differently for her if Poppy hadn't lied and Finn was able to help raise Luna and she had a dad in her life. And I think it's the angriest I've ever seen Tanner Novlan play Finn when he lost it. I think it was Wednesday's episode when he was raging at Poppy with so much hatred and frustration and rage on his face that he had a daughter she kept from him. Even though she made excuses about she was trying to not mess up his life and that Finn was young and he had a bright future, just blah, blah, blah. He looked completely ready to choke Poppy. And at the same time that Finn is concerned about Luna, he has to protect his family and his wife, and the actor also said that Finn's wife might soon hit a breaking point. He's concerned about Luna, but we saw him take a bullet for Steffy without hesitating. But he also said, even when you love somebody a lot, how much external stress can you survive and keep the marriage going? So no doubt Finn feels bad about the trauma Luna went through with how Poppy raised her. And of course, he wishes he could go back and fix Luna's life. He can't. But just like with Sheila, we all saw that Luna also tried to kill Steffy Forrester. And of course, Finn's pretty easygoing. He's pretty forgiving, but trying to kill Steffy has been a deal breaker for him in the past with his mom and certainly with Luna. And he knows his daughter has serious psychological issues. And of course, he wants to make sure Steffy, Kelly, and Hayes are safe, but he's still going to feel that pull towards Luna and a sense of parental responsibility. But Tanner Novlan said he knows that Steffy's going to draw a hard line in the sand. I assume her attitude is going to be pretty unforgiving. Finn will come clean because he's an honest guy. He doesn't keep secrets from Steffy. And there's 2 secrets being kept right now. One he knew, one he didn't. And it's kind of a big deal that Finn lost his virginity to his aunt, even though not his biological aunt. It's still creepy. It's almost step-parent creepy. Not quite that bad, but train wreck bad. And Steffy will be horrified that Poppy slept with Finn when he was such a young man. I'm quite sure that Steffi's going to lash out at Poppy, call her a creeper, a perv, whatever. The second secret, of course, is the one about him having a daughter he never knew about. While Steffy will be disgusted about Poppy sliding into Finn's sheets, I tend to think she's going to see him as a victim. I mean, it is slightly ickier than Steffy betting Bill Spencer and both of his oldest sons, but it's just all in the same realm of icky family lines being crossed that Brad Bell seems obsessed with for some twisted reason. Steffy may also see Finn as a victim of Luna, because as far as Steffy sees, Poppy acted inappropriately, slept with her nephew, was careless, she got pregnant, and Luna basically was her punishment for the indiscretion. Steffy may think that Finn owes absolutely nothing to Poppy, nothing to Luna, because he didn't know what he was getting into with Poppy, and of course didn't consent to making a kid with her, and he was young and he wasn't thinking. Steffy's attitude may be Luna can rot in prison for killing Tom and Hollis and caging her and plotting her death. But even if Luna's life in prison, that sentence sticks, I'm still pretty sure Finn's going to want to visit his daughter, just confirm their biological connection, talk to her. Meanwhile, Steffy may tell Finn, no, don't tell Luna you're her dad. Why would you tell her? Steffy may also assume that Finn admitting that he's Luna's father could put her life at risk, again, possibly Kelly and baby Hayes' lives. I mean, Luna is Hayes' half-sister and Kelly's stepsister and Steffi's stepdaughter. And Finn's wife doesn't want any of it. She will hate the idea that lunatic Luna has a biological tie to her husband and her son. So I could see Steffy laying out an ultimatum. No, no, no. Luna cannot come into your life, my life, any of our lives. You can't put us at risk like that. She'll probably tell Finn Luna is like Sheila, or possibly worse because she's so much younger and already a double murderer with a 3rd attempt on her record. Just like Steffy said Sheila can't be in Finn's life, I think she's going to say the same about Luna. And of course, Finn doesn't want to mess up his marriage, doesn't want anything that makes Steffy or the kids unsafe, but he knows Luna was collateral damage because of Poppy's bad choices. Finn feels strongly Luna would have turned out differently if he was in the picture as her dad, and maybe he even thinks somehow he can save or redeem her now. But I think Steffy might walk out if Finn doesn't agree to the same ultimatum about Luna that she made about Sheila. If that woman's in your life, me and the kids won't be. I can hear her saying that. Steffy walked out on Finn before, took the kids, so he should know she's serious. And the question is, will he risk it all, in order to get to know his new daughter? Because even if Finn doesn't reach out, once Luna finds out that's her dad, she will. And the question is, would Finn actually reject his daughter, Luna, if she asked to see him? I just can't imagine he would. And this is going to get messy for his marriage.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.